सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां गुण्यां करोम्यहं पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदीम्। हरि ओम्। You are seeing glai dhatu. Ling lakara, ashishi ling lakara we will see. In ashir ling lakara, pratyas become yat yatam, yat yastam yasus, yas yastam yasta, yasam yasva yasma. Ling comes by ashishi ling lotau. Then ikara disappears by itascha. Then tasthastamipan tam tam tamaha tam tam tam. And adesha happen to this tas thas tha mi. Then jher jus lingo jher jus syat lingah jhe jus bhavati. So jus adesh happens to ji. Then yasut comes everywhere. Before that was and mas, their sakara disappears. Yasut comes everywhere by yasut parasmay pade uttatto nicha. It is kit kidashifi. Then sut comes wherever there is takara in pratyaya suttithoho. And somewhere sakara disappears, somewhere it does not disappear. Few places are there, like prathama purusha ekvachana skos sanyogadyorante cha. Everywhere sakara, first sakara disappears by skos sanyogadyorante cha. And somewhere even second sakara disappears, that is prathama purusha ekvachana madhyama purusha ekvachana by skos sanyogadyorante cha only. Other places it does not disappear, one sakara remains, that is sut sakara. For tam tam ta sut sakara remains, and ajadi pratyas yasut sakara only remains. Thus we get this yat yastam yasus, yas yastam yasta, yasam yasu yasma, these pratyas. Glai dhatu we are supposed to decline. And adechopadeshi shiti is a sutra we saw. Adechopadeshi shiti. So akara happens to this ejanta dhatuts. अशिति प्रत्यय परे सति एजन्तानां धातूनां आकारः आदेशः भवति अथवा आकारः भवति. So आकार happens here, there is ashit pratyaya, so that's why akara will happen to glai. So next step will be gla dhana ling lakara pratyaya are there. Now dhatu is akaranta. Akaranta dhatus, they get ekara. That sutra we had seen. This comes in this order. Ghumasthaga jahatisam hali sutra says esham ghumasthaga, this is ghusaudnyaka ma sthaga pa ha jahati dhatu esham atah itsyat halada tyardha. And then airlingi. For these dhatus again ekara happens when there is ling lakara pratyas. That was in general ardhatuka, kitgit ardhatuka, haladi kitgit ardhatuka. And here airlingi ghusaudnyakanam mastadinancha etvam syat ardhatuke kitilingi. And we saw the forms peyat, peyastam, peyu. Yeah, peyat, peyastam, peyuhu. So now the next dhatu is glai. Glai dhatu has turned into gla. Here also will we apply this? No, because this is not covered. It is not bhusaudnyaka, ma, mastha, ga, and pa, and ha is also not there. It is separate dhatu. It comes right after this erlingi. Erlingi sutra does ekara adesha for this dhatu. Bhusaudnyaka, ma, stha, ga, pa, and ha dhatu. And now current sutra we have to read. Let's read this. वान्यस्य संयोगादेः वान्यस्य संयोगादेः वान्यस्य संयोगादेः संयोगादेः अन्यस्य एभ्यः अन्यस्य वा एकारः स्यात् एत् स्यात्. That is the meaning. This is 68th sutra. 67 sutra says गुमास्थागापा जहातिसम लिंगी एहे स्यात् एकारः आदेशः स्यात् when there are ling lakara pratyas. Now this sutra says that anyasya bhumasthagapa jahatisam ebhyah or jahatayah bhumasthagapa jahatayah ebhyah अन्यस्य एभ्यः भिन्नस्य धातोः एभ्यः भिन्नस्य एभ्यः अन्यस्य एभ्यः भिन्नस्य भिन्नस्य वा एकारः स्यात् एर्लिंगी एः will come as it is, लिंगे also will come as it is. One more विशेषण is given संयोगादेः अन्यस्य एभ्यः अन्यः यः संयोगादिः वर्तते तस्य तस्य लिंगी तस्य किति लिंगी किति coming there किति लिंगी एकारः वा स्यात् विकल्पेन स्यात्. So यात् यास्तं यासुस्, these pratyas are kit ling, they are ling lakara, and yat yasut is given kitva dharma kidashishi by this sutra. Yasut parasmay pade hrudatto nitya, and then kidashishi sutra gives kitva dharma. That's why it is kit ling pratyay it is. That's why संयोगादेः धातोः आकारस्य विकल्पेन एकारः भवति. So everywhere gla will become glai, gle vikalpena, gla and gle, and then we have to connect. Two forms will be there: glayat, gleyat, glayastam, gleyastam, glayasuh, gleyasuh, glayah, gleyah, glayastam, glayasta, gleyasta, glaya, gleyasam, gla yaswa, gleyasma. That's it. That is Ashirling Lakara. Next, this is where the Ashirling gets over. Next is Lung Lakara. We'll get here only. Glai, Dhana, Lung. Lung comes by Lung Sutra. Now Lung will be replaced by Tiptaji Siptastha, and at the end pratyas will remain like this: T, Tam, Ant, Sa, Tam, Cha, Tam, Va, Nu. These are the pratyas. Sich will happen everywhere. Sich will come. Okay, before that, Itascha is the sutra. Ikara will disappear. Tasthastamipantantantamah. tam, tam, ta, adeshas will happen. Jhontah, this chi will be replaced by ant. Ikara has already disappeared, so ant pratyay we get. Vasmas will lose their sakar by nityangitah sutra. Chli will come first, chli lungi by this sutra. Chle he sich adesha will happen to the chli. Sich will lose chakara, ikara, only sakara will remain. So pratyas will be here. So here, everywhere else sakara is there. Okay. Here one additional ikara will come, dirgha ikara will come. Okay. I think we will mention everywhere, you will mention everywhere. Nothing.
Just one question, quick.
Yes,
In the previous sutra, that's sanyoga. What is the exact meaning there, sanyoga? This one, yeah, sanyoga.
संयोगादे है धातु. धातु है संयोग. संयोग आदौ यस्य स संयोगादि धातु.
Like clay. Any, like apluri. Vyapto. There.
No. There the lu disappears. Only ap remains.
So it's only
Smru. This is sanyoga.
Okay. Smru, shru. They will all have two forms in Ashirling?
Not smru, shru. These are urukaranta.
Only akaranta.
Yes.
Okay. Om.
Yes. So, sakara of sich is there. Dirgha ikara comes by sutra. Asti sicho. Now, it agama will happen everywhere by sutra. Okay, no, not by that sutra. This. We have to read the current sutra. One more thing is there. Let's read the sutra. Yamaramanamatam sakcha. Yamaramanamatam sakcha. Yamaramanamatam sakcha. Yam, ram, nam, and akaranta dhatus. So yam dhatu, ram dhatu, nam dhatu, and akaranta dhatu. Esham. Sichah it syat. Sak agamascha syat. Esham dhatunam kim syat? Dhatunam chah it syat. Sak agamascha syat. So two karyas happen. Dhatu will get sak agama and sich will get it agama. So two karyas are happening. Generally, this it only happens by dhatu ka set bala de hai. but in the order where this charcha is going on, this comes in the same order, Yamaramana Matam Satya, where it vichara is happening in that order. Ardhatuka Set Baladehe comes earlier, and then this sutra appears. Sutra says, it will also happen to sich, and sak agama will also happen to these dhatus. So here, our dhatu is akaranta dhatu, because gla tends into gla by sutra.
Adecha Upadesha.
So akaranta dhatu is there. So everywhere, now what is going to happen? It is going to happen. Because it happens, therefore, now one karya has happened. Sak agama we will do later. Below this, I will write again new pratyas. Here, in the two places, sakara will disappear. So, two places where sakara will disappear. Everywhere else, sakara is there, and this sakara will turn into murdhanya sakara. So, ishtam. Because of E, sa will turn into shakara, adesha pratyayoho, and because shakara is there, tunashtuhu sutra is applied. So we get ishtam. Here only ishus. Ishtam, ishta, isham, wa ishma. Between ikara, dirghadesha will take place. Elliot pratyas. Eat, ishtam, ishus, eat, ishtam, ishus, is, ishtam, ishta, isham, ishva, ishma. Okay. Now everywhere dhatu will get sak agama. Dhatu is gla now. Gla has turned into gla. Lung. Gla. Lung. Gla. So this was the situation. Gla. So eat dirgha eat comes. So sutra was asti sicho. Okay. Now two karyas will happen. One is sak, and then there is id agama, then there is sa, then there is dirgha ikara. So far we have done this karya. We just worked on this, and we are in the current situation is this. Gla. Sak is there. We have not discussed it. Dirgha ikara, sakara has disappeared. Ita iti by that sutra. Dirgha adesha took place between it and it, and ta is there. So gla sak e. Sutra to bring sak is rama rama ramatam cha. Sutra. It agama also happens by this sutra, and sak agama also happens by current same sutra. Sak agama happens to gla dhatu, and it agama happens to sich pratyaya. Okay, two bhinna bhinna karyas, two different. From sak only sa remains. So gla sa e t. At will happen. Gla is there. Eat pratyay is there. At will come by sutra. Lunglang rung thodu da. This up to this is clear.
Ji, there are two agamas. What made you decide which agama will come where?
Kitva and Kitva.
No, one is it. So that means it should come before and kit should come after Adyanta Uttakito. But both are coming next. And
okay.
How to decide which order it will come?
To whom?
Ji?
I will say. It is already being discussed, which will happen to Pratyaya. Okay. It will become clear. Let me show. Okay. Before opening Ashtadhyayi, I will tell. Already, Sichaha it syat, na syat, vibhasha syat. This discussion is going on in Ashtadhyayi. Okay. Whether it will happen, whether it will not happen, somewhere it is happening, somewhere the Nishedha is being done. That discussion is going on. And here, this sutra says, let the it happen to sich. So, sichaha it syat. This discussion is already going on. Okay. So, sichaha it syat, sichaha ebhya or asmat dhatoho, sichaha it syat, asmat dhatoho, sichaha it na syat, asmat dhatoho, sichaha it vasyat. This discussion is going on. So, that is coming in the sichaha is coming is the anuvritti. Okay. Another. Now, this sutra says, of these dhatus, sak also will happen, is the meaning of the sutra. If we read as it is just words, yamarama namatam dhatunam sak cha syat. So, already what is coming? Sichaha it syat, sichaha it na syat. That discussion is happening. So, in the previous sutra, in prior one or two before sutras, in that sutra, it is said that let the it happen to sich. So that is already coming. Sichaha it syat. This is already coming as anuvritti. Sichaha it syat. Sichaha it syat. Etesham dhatunam. Sichaha it syat. Sak cha syat. So sak goes to dhatus. Dhatus become, yamaramanamatam becomes the agami for sak agama. And sich remains agami for it agama, which was already being discussed. And this is the answer, actual answer to your question. Earlier what I said, that was the answer, whether we should put it before or after. That is not actual valid answer. This is the valid answer. You got the answer?
So, because you said this sakagama comes to the dhatu. This comes to the pratyaya. So, since it is it came before the pratyaya, and since it is to the dhatu, this came after the dhatu. That discussion you don't want to use.
No. Your question is, how did we decide sak
it or it sak?
And it happens to sich. So this is the explanation, that let the it happen to sich discussion is already going on. Okay. And in this sutra, that discussion is coming as anuvritti. Sichaha it syat. Okay. That part is already there. Now, what is the additional part in this sutra? Sutra says, sichaha it syat. Sichaha it syat. Etesham dhatunam. Sichaha it syat. Etesham dhatunam sak cha syat.
Okay.
So, sak goes with dhatus.
Etesham means ghumastha gapa jahati.
No. Yamaramanam.
Yamaramanam. Okay. Only three.
No. Akaranta dhatus will be multiple.
Yamarama.
Nama. And akaranta.
Okay.
So we don't need to go to Ashtadhya.
No, ji.
So at will happen. Aglasit is the form. Aglasit. Now rest of the pratyas, sa is there. It will get connected with e. C everywhere will happen, and the forms will be Aglasit, Aglasishtam, Aglasishu, Aglasihi, Aglasishtam, Aglasishta, Aglasisham, Aglasishva, Aglasishma. Lakar is clear?
Ji.
Next is Lung Lakara. Like Dhana, Lung. Ling nimitte Lung.
Priyate patto.
Pratyas will be the ant, s, ta, va, ma. So far, itascha, tasthastha vipantantantamaha, jwantaha, then nityang itaha. Ikara will disappear, then tasthastha and mip are replaced by tam tam ta and Vasmas will lose their sakara by nityang itaha sutra. Now everywhere sya will come. Sya will combine syatasi lullutoho. So pratyas will be yat, yatam, yant, syas, yatam, sa, syam, syava, syama. Syant and syam here ato gune sutra is applied. Syava syama ato dirgho yai sutra is applied. And that's how we get syava syama these forms. Because sya is ashit pratyaya, that's why adecha upadeshe shiti.
Ashiti.
Sutra says let the agent dhatus get akara adesha when there is ashit pratyaya is there, and it agama does not happen. So everywhere that gets connected and we get a glass. Yep. A glass.
Aglasyan.
Syan. Takara will disappear by Saivan. Tasilopaha.
Aglasyaha. Aglasyatam. Aglasyata. Aglasyam. Aglasyava. Aglasyama.
Aglasya. Next dhatu is fru. Fru kautilye. Fru farati to turn, to curve. That is the meaning. Rukaranta dhatu. Easy. Fru. Dhana. Lat. Varta and lat. Pratyazar. T. Plus. T. T. Plus. Me. Mas. Everywhere shap akar will come. True will get guna by sarva dhatu karda dhatu kayoho. Fara is what we will get. True. Dhana, shap, dhana, ti. कर्तरि शप्. Then par, dhana a, dhana ti. Sarva dhatu artha dhatu payoho. And form is ready. Karati. All the forms will be.
How did that?
Ji?
No, I was just trying to tell the forms. It's a little bit tricky to say that.
Why?
Vrataha, Rami, Ravaha, Ramaha,
No. Parami.
Varami,
Raha,
Varama,
Rami, Ravaha, Raha, Ravamaha.
Paramaha. Parami, Parabha, Paramaha. That's it. Next is lit lakara. Lit comes by
Anadyate lit.
no. Paroksha
Paroksha lit.
Paroksha lit.
Pratyaya will be null. Atus, like Tiptaji, Siptastha will come. Then they will get replaced by null. Atus. Us. Al. Atus. Null. They are the pratyas. Now here, I'll look Arya here only. Dhana, Lita. Here we will do the prakriya. It will come by Parokshe lit. And we get pratyas null, us, null, atus, null, dhana lit. Now here, null turns into this is what is there. Here the prakriya is there, but this sutra immediately comes. We'll see the sutra and then we will see what are other sutras were coming. Vritascha sanyogader gunaha. Vritascha sanyogader gunaha. Vritascha sanyogader gunaha. Vritascha sanyogadehe gunaha. Vritascha, just remove the cha. Ritaha. Ritaha is visheshan for dhatu. So ritaha dhatoho. Rudantasya dhatoho. संयोगादेः गुणः लिटि. रुदन्तस्य संयोगादेः अंगस्य गुणः लिटि. Okay. The artha we have to little bit expand. रुदन्तस्य संयोगादेः रुदन्तस्य अंगस्य गुणः स्यात्. When there is rudanta anga and there is sanyoga at the beginning, then it will get guna when there are lit lakara pratyas are there. Our anga is ridanta, fru. There is sanyoga of ha and va. So sanyoga adi anga is there. It is ending with rukara and there are lit lakara pratyas. So there guna takes place. Before that, fru, liti dhato dhanam yasas. Now, fru, just we will keep the abhyasa. Fru here. Pru will get guna and we will get par.
Par.
By sutra.
Vritasya Sayogadi.
Sanyogadir guna. Vritasya Sanyogadir guna. By this sutra. That is the meaning of sutra. Liti gunah syat sanyogadehe rudantasya angasya gunah syat liti pare. We have lit, sanyogadi anga is there, which is ending with rakara. That's why guna takes place, guna happened. So now we will work on pru abhyasa. What will happen here?
Haladi Shesha.
Okay, so pru Haladisheta, then
Kuhosh.
Uhosh, Chuhu. So it will become Gru.
Abhyasi Church.
Okay. Abhyas is church. For Jal, it becomes Jash. And for Khai, it becomes Char. It is Jal. That's why it turns into Jash. By Abhyas is church. Next will be Dhru will become Jar.
Urat.
Urat. Again, Haladi Shesha. Haladi Shesha. So for Jaf, Ja, for this is what we have got. Now our pratyay is Anith. Pratyay is Anith. That's why one sutra and upadha in the anga upadha is akara. So one sutra will be applied. Ata upadhaya. Par will turn into far. Upadhaya. And form is ready. Chakbar. This is the form. This form prakriya is clear.
Yes, Shri.
Now here, if we do prakriya like this, do dhana null, do dhana do yeah, then do par by vruddhi to the ending swara by acho and niti. Niti and niti jab pratyay pare ajantam se vruddhi syat. Anga is there ajanta and there is a nit pratyay in front. So ajanta anga should get vruddhi. That is the clear sutra. We can apply and rest of the prakriya, this prakriya. This abhyasa karya, haladishesha, kuhoshchuhu, abhyase charcha, urat, and then again haladishesha. By that prakriya, at the end, we will get ja, ba, it is possible. Without this sutra also, prathama purusha ekvachana pratyaya null with null pratyaya is possible. So we really don't need this sutra for this form. However, this sutra is applied then where does this sutra really gets applied? So it is applied for rest of the pratyas which are not null or which are not nit. So atus us, then athus these pratyas, that is where this sutra is applied. Not actually athus us, rest of the pratyas, rest of the other pratyas, this guna takes place. Ratascha sanyogadir gunaha. Sanyogadehe radantasya liti, that is the nimitta. Liti gunaha, and there is lit lakara pratyas, then guna takes place. For nit and nit pratyas, which is null prathama purusha ekvachana, null uttama purusha ekvachana, both of these are nit. At the end forms we are going to get japvara japvara. Then without this sutra we can manage. However, this sutra is applied because it is later sutra after this Achoniti. Achoniti is 7 to 115 and this sutra is 7 4 10. No harm in applying either of these sutras. However, since it is later and we can use it as apavada, that's why it is mentioned in the Kaumudi as apavada for that, and that is only used. What we did, the prakriya was this: rudanta sanyogade, like rudantasya sanyogadeha angasya gunaha liti. We did guna, and then upadhayaha vruddhi ata upadhayaha sutra we applied, and we got japvara form. We did not, like Granthakara is saying that no need to apply the Achoniti prakriya. That is what is done. If Achoniti is applied, then we can skip one step of this ata upadhayaha, but no need. Since everywhere we can manage with this sutra, we are managing. These two prakriyas and this topic is clear.
Yes, Ji.
Hmm. Now everywhere else, by this sutra, we have to do guna. That means everywhere, of course, we are going to do. Let's do that. Should we repeat this prakriya or we can directly type? Na? Here we will type. Japvara. Japvaratuhu. I think we should say. Good, na? Tus. Tus. Sutra is liti dhaturanam bhyatasya. Then this fru will get guna, for it will become abhyasa. Abhyasa, we will do rukara first. Fru will turn into far. Then we will apply haladisheshaha. So single-handedly we get ha. Then kuhoshchuhu. Kuhoshchuhu. By that, ha will turn into jha. Abhyase charcha, jha will turn into ja. Japvar. Atus. Japvaratuhu. Fru. Dhana. Us. Ditva will happen by liti dhaturan abhyasasya. Then guna.
Guna.
Guna by ritascha sanyogadir gunaha.
Ratascha sanyogadir gunaha. Then abhyasa.
Then abhyasa by
First we will do at. Urat. Far.
Urat.
Far, dhana, us. This is the situation. We are working on abhyasa now. We have done akara to the ru of abhyasa. We have got far, us. Now, haladisheshaha. Ha, for us. Next step will be
Next step will be kohoshu.
kohoshu. H will turn into ja. Ja for us.
Next will be abhyase charcha.
Abhyase charcha.
Jakar will go, jakar will come.
Ja for us.
Ja.
Japparuhu. Correct.
Ji.
Then through dhana hal. What will happen here?
We need to check whether it is Sate or not. Should we think about Sate and all that here?
It is anit.
It is Amit. Okay.
Because this ekacha upadeshenu dattat, by the sutra, the nisheda takes place. For lit lakara, when there is thal, for lit lakara only krusru bhruvru stutru sushruvo liti, for them it nisheda happens. For others it prapti happens. For vru it prapti happens. But again, this achastasvat thalya nito nityam, by this sutra, while thal being in front, nitya it nishedha happens. Ruto Bharadwajasya sutra comes and it says that Vrudanta dhatunam it nishedha for thal. So it is nitya nishedha for thal.
Ji.
Was va and ma pratyay it is going to happen.
So first we do little dhatu anabhyasasya.
Ji.
The prakriya.
Okay, should we do prakriya? We'll do prakriya. Ru, ta.
Little dhatu anabhyasasya.
Then ru,
Hvar.
par. Sutra is
Ritascha sayogade gunaha.
Rutashta sanyogadir gunaha.
Then pru, var, ta, aladi sheshaha.
Now we will do abhyasakari later. One tippani we will give here. Here. Sarva dhatu tayoho ityanena iti prapte ekacha upadeshenu dattat ityanena ya bhavati. Kintu liti pare
Ji. सार्वधातुक आर्धधातुकयोः is गुणवृद्धि न.
क्षम्यताम् आर्धधातुक सेट् बलादेः सु.
हाँ.
किंतु लिटि परे कृ 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 ध्रुवो इत्यनेन केवलं तादीनां तानाम् एव इतः भवति. न भवति। अतः क्रादिभिन्नानां धातूनां इति वलादि आर्ध धातुकानां प्रत्ययानां क्रीडागमः भवति। ऋ धातोः अपि तलि इटः प्राप्तिः भवति। किन्तु अगेन ततः नॉट किन्तु ततः अचस्तास्वत् थल्यनिटो नित्यं नित्यनेन इटः पुनः निषेधः भवति थलः। For thal, again it nishedha happens by achastasvat thalyanito nityam. Aditputra. And ऋतो भारद्वाजस्य सूत्रेण अपि पुनः तस्य निषेधः एव भवति। किं भवति? This which we had seen. For Rudanta dhatus, this it nishedha will always happen. First, it was prapta by artha dhatu ka set baladehe. Then nishedha was done by ekacha upadeshenu dattat. Then when it comes to this is ekacha anudatta dhatu. And that's why ardha dhatu ka valadi ardha dhatu ka pratyay will not get it. That is the meaning which comes out. Now this is valadi ardha dhatu ka pratyay thal is there. Ekacha anudatta dhatu is there. So it nishedha happens. But Krusru Brurus Tadrus Shrishruvoliti Sutra comes and it says that if it is lit Valadhyar Dhatuka, then do the it nishedha only for these Kradi 8 dhatus. Other dhatus do not do, that means bring the it for other dhatus. So it prapti was there. Again it nishedha happens by Achastasvat Thalyanito Nityam. Sutra says, check if while Tas Pratyay being in front, if it nishedha is happening, then it nishedha will happen while Thal being in front. Okay. So Pru Dhatu is there. For Tas Pratyaya, it nishedha happens by Ekacha Upadeshenu Dattat. Thal is there, it nishedha happens for this Thal also after this Vru Dhatu. Rito Bharadvajasya, this is another sutra. Rito Bharadvajasya sutra, another sutra. That comes and it says that Rudantanam Thaliparataha. Tasi yadi it nishedha bhavati tarhi. Thaliparatapi it nishedha bhavati thalaha. Valadhyar Dhatukasya. So Valadhyar Dhatukasya it nishedha happens only. So Nitya it nishedha happens while thal being in front for kradi bhinna dhatus. That's how it nishedha only will stay.
Ji, but if it is Ridanta Dhatu, sir, since Rito Bharadvajasya is a Sarvamata Sammatam Sutra, why not directly do Anit, Nitya Anit? Why all this discussion? Other sutras are not Sarvamatam Sammatam. This is Sarvamatam Sammatam, right?
Not like that. Sarvamatam Sammatam.
Because the other two dhatu, that Atta, Atvala as well as the Ajanta, they have difference in opinion. That's what you said, right? They accept this or they don't accept, but for Ridanta Dhatu, everybody accepts it's Anit.
हाँ.
So why? So since everybody accepts it's anit, why so much?
Because there are some other dhatus,
Ridanta.
not Rudanta, Ajanta.
No, but here Ridanta I'm asking, not for other things.
If we want to apply Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra, suddenly, randomly we cannot apply unless we mention Achastasvat Thalya Nito Nityam. We have to take the opinion there is someone who says this Achastasvat Thalya Nito Nityam, and then again Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra. Actually speaking, Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra is Niyama Sutra. It does Niyama. However, other Acharya's opinion is there, that's why there becomes Vikalpa.
But not for Ridanta.
Other Acharyas say for all Ajanta, they have not discriminated any Akaranta or Rukaranta or Ikaranta.
Okay.
Bharadvaja Muni is saying Rukarantasya dhatu. We could have managed with Achastasvat Thalya Nito Nityam Sutra only. Answer for your question is we cannot directly use Ruto Bharadvajasya unless we mention Achastasvat Thalya Nito Nityam Sutra. Because that will become just random. And it comes in the order only. Achastasvat Thalya Nito Nityam Upadeshet Pataha and then Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra. Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra will become, like if we remove these two sutras, Ruto Bharadvajasya Sutra will not be able to express the meaning. If the Vyakarana of Sanskrit, which is mentioned in Ashtadhyayi, is written in Gadya format, like any other Vyakarana of Marathi, English, which is available like Oxford, etc., where the sutras are not mentioned, the common in this prose, it is written, then we don't need to do this much jumbling. There it would have become very clear that for all Acharyas say that Rukaranta Dhatus will get the it nisheda always. For Thal, there will become Vikalpena it agama. There, in that style, we don't even need to do that wala thing. There are two Acharyas, as per their opinions, there is Vaikalpika form. Like that, it would have been mentioned in the Gadya format. But it is not. Since it is Sutra format, always the later Sutra depends upon the prior Sutra if some Anuvritti is coming or Adhikara is there. Without that, it cannot happen. That will collapse. That's why we have to mention in the Prakriya, the Sutra, earlier Sutra. Clear, Ji?
Maybe we'll discuss later on page 94 on Laghusiddhantakaumudi. There is this thing, Ayamatra Sangraha, and there is a shloka.
Yeah, we discussed that.
Yeah, we discussed that. We'll get back because this is...
Okay. Yes, Swamiji.
We can conclude if, and then you can discuss offline if you want to.
Yes, Swamiji. So here the Abhyasa Karya happens and we get Ja, Var, Tha, and format, the final form is
Jahwara.
Yes, should we stop here, Swamiji?
Yes.
We'll do Shanti Patha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Swamiji.
Oh.
Om Ji.
Hari Om.
So, Ji, from that shloka, what I understood was, do you want to do this offline?